Hey there, beautiful souls. Holy frickin' cannolis. Today's message from Spirit, it revolves around the candy Charleston chew and cow's tail. So don't scroll past this because you're not gonna want to miss this. Let's get into this. I am super excited to share this message because I love how Spirit comes through. So before I hopped on here, I asked Spirit to please show me what it is that they would like for me to deliver. Okay. And they kept showing me Charleston chew candy and cow's tail. And I was like, okay, this is the second message that you've given me about candy. So I was thinking, okay, this must have to be like with the sweetness that's unfolding for all of us. And Spirit said, yes, that is part of it. But Spirit said, I want people to understand what you're currently experiencing right now with the higher frequency, the timeline shifts, the intensity, the dense, the waves of emotions. Spirit is saying, you're in a stretching phase. You are in a stretching phase of expansion. Okay? Right now, beautiful soul, you are being stretched. It's through what they keep showing me, the candies just kind of being pulled apart, that you're really releasing what doesn't serve you. Because Spirit is saying you are always meant to live in abundance and prosperity. You are always meant to have that golden, sweet life. You were meant to experience abundance and prosperity on many levels. Okay, many shapes, size, forms, and matter. So Spirit is saying right now, it's through these two candies, when you see these candies, that you're being stretched. You're being stretched because you're a divine, limitless being that came here to do grand things, to create grand things, and to receive grand things. Okay, so I just love how they just keep showing us candy. Like, you were meant for the sweetness of a home, of a loving relationship, of people who truly support you. You were meant to live in abundance and prosperity. Okay, so I just shuffled some decks. So let's just see, Spirit, what else we got going on here. What do you have? Oh my God. It's through this stretching that you are in alignment. And if you look, it might be hard to see, but there's Metatron's cube here in the triangle. You're being divinely and heavily protected. What you're creating, I'm telling you what, is encased by your ancestors. It is encased by the universe and the entire angelic realm. For some of you, this might be a sign, like you've been working with Archangel Metatron. I just heard focus and clarity. Okay, it's what you've been doing in the last 10 days with the solar plexus. Whatever you've cleared out in that solar plexus, it has healed your wounds with love and money. It has healed your throat chakra. Okay, and then we have ancestral messages. Your ancestors are coming through and saying, hey, we're helping you behind the scenes. We're helping to get things into alignment. Okay, your ancestors are literally guiding you right now. And it's through this stretching. Oh my gosh. It's what you've been doing the last 10 days. Last 10 days, healing that solar plexus. But there was something in that solar plexus that had something to do with love wound and money wound. And it had an effect on your throat chakra. Because in the way that your throat chakra affected your manifestations, what your ancestors are saying, is that there was some doubt, and you removed that doubt. That doubt is no longer in your vocabulary, is what I just heard. But you had to go through this stretching. You had to go through this expansion to reach that higher frequency. And for some of you, and I'm with you on this journey, you're still feeling it physically, and that is okay. What I heard was call in your ancestors, call in your spirit team, Call in higher vibrational interdimensional beings to help you remove anything that doesn't serve you, that's left behind. To help you acclimate your human body and your higher self now, so that it doesn't feel quite so intense, okay? But Spirit is saying you've got this. You can handle this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be at this stage, okay? So know that through the signs of these two candies, that it's through this stretching, it's through this expansion, that you are in alignment. You are in alignment for that abundance and prosperity. And it's whatever you did some massive healing in the solar plexus revolved around love and money. And those two things had an effect on your voice. And what I just keep hearing is like the way that you used to speak to yourself. You're not, those were other people, that was other people's energetic cords. And they no longer are attached to you. Holy frickin' cannolis. Oh my gosh. So you've done a lot of work in that solar plexus. Okay, Spirit, can you please show us what else we are in alignment for? Let's see, let's split the deck here. Look at, ask, believe, and you shall receive. I ask Spirit to please show us good fortune. It's because of what you've done in the last 10 days, and especially with this last new moon. You've really allowed yourself to be stretched, to release what doesn't serve you. And because of what you cleared out in that solar plexus, Spirit is saying good fortune is unfolding for you. 13, 13, this is about the divine feminine energy. You are now, okay, you've really balanced out that divine feminine energy. Because for some of you, that masculine was really working overtime. That ego, that's what you did in the solar plexus. There's in that solar plexus, you really healed the divine feminine. Because the divine feminine was always meant to be like, oh, you can't have anything without the man, right? The old system. You can't have that. You can't have a home. You can't have money unless you have the man. And you're not worth anything unless you have a man. Holy frickin' cannolis, beautiful soul. Whatever you did with that solar plexus, you healed your divine feminine, number 13. 13, this is about because Mary Magdalene was the 13th apostle. Actually, she was the very first, but she's the 13th, the one that they keep out, right? And Spirit is saying you've healed that divine feminine. And watch, those naysayers who said you couldn't have that good fortune, they're going to be eating crow, is what I just heard. It's because you allowed yourself to be stretched. It's because you allowed yourself to really go to the dark parts and allowed the divine feminine to rise up. Now, it does not matter how you identify. What I'm hearing is you've healed the divine feminine. And you're really understanding how to balance out the divine feminine and the masculine. Spirit is saying you're now grounded. You are now grounded in that. You are grounded in the divine feminine energy. And look at, and because of that, you're anchored into the power of your voice. Holy frickin' cannolis. 22, alignment. You are in alignment for what is coming. You are in alignment for abundance and prosperity. You are in alignment to receive that sweetness. Okay? Because you're operating from a higher frequency, Spirit is saying. You've shifted many timelines. So this is about taking today and just really allowing yourself to sit with that divine feminine energy, to really anchor in. Okay? So if you get ideas today, allow them to come through. Okay? But Spirit is saying you're anchored now. You're anchored and you're in alignment with your divine feminine energy. You're anchored into the power of your voice, and that is bringing in the good fortune. Okay? Just want to see, Spirit, show us what else we need to know about this good fortune. Okay, holy frickin' cannolis. It's through the releasing. You're no longer suffering in silence. You're no longer holding back the power of your voice. And it's because what you cleared out in that solar plexus, okay? You're claiming your value. You're reclaiming your worth, okay? Spirit is saying there is no more suffering in silence. That was never meant for you to do. And you broke that. It's through this energy, especially the last 10 days of being stretched, that you're no longer going to be, you're no longer suffering in silence. Okay, you've completed. Number 9, you've wrapped up an old cycle of thinking you had to be the martyr. Spirit is saying you're under whatever you've done, whatever you were holding onto in that solar plexus. Spirit is saying you've closed that. You've closed it. And now this is about new beginnings. Okay, holy freaking cannolis. Look at this. These 3 cards, you guys, are all about the root chakra. You're grounded. You're grounded and you're rooted into a higher frequency. You can't go backwards unless you say, hey, I don't want this, but who's going to do that, right? You're grounded and rooted, beautiful soul. That's what this red border is. That's your root chakra. Whew! You cleared a lot out in that root chakra, and it all began with your solar plexus. And it's because you healed something with love and money, okay? So look at prosperity begins. Prosperity begins. Oh my, you're grounded and rooted in prosperity. Do you understand that? Spirit is saying it is what you've been experiencing the last 10 days. It's through this stretching. And know that when you see the sign of a Charleston chew and a cow's tail, it's through the stretching. It's through the expansion that you're receiving the golden sweetness of your life. And that prosperity is coming in. All size, shapes, forms, and matter. Look at this, you guys. All of these cards. Material and spiritual prosperity. We've got number 6. Number 5, financial and material changes, okay? Positive changes coming to you, for you, and through you, all right? Look at this. And you've balanced out, it's through the solar plexus, you've balanced out the emotions. Whatever ties you had around the money and love, Spirit is saying you healed that. You healed that, and now you are grounded, beautiful soul. You are grounded in the prosperity, in the material and spiritual abundance and prosperity. Holy freaking cannolis. And that material and spiritual prosperity, number 6, secured and stabled. Why? Because you did it. Because you did the freaking work. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Look at this. You're in alignment. You can't make this up. It's through you calling back the power of your voice through your solar plexus that you are in alignment with all this abundance and prosperity. And that abundance and prosperity is freaking protected. Your ancestors are protecting it. Holy cannolis. Okay, show us. Can you please show us what else it is that we need to know? Okay, show us what else it is that we need to know. We've got the Starseed card. Okay. You're connecting. You're connecting with higher interdimensional beings. Spirit is saying part of this spiritual prosperity is your connection, your crown chakra opening, who you're communicating with, okay? Your gifts and your abilities are busted wide open, all right? I love this. I love seeing this card. You've done a lot of rewriting. The Akasha, what I just heard was you just canceled and released old soul contracts, soul agreements that were made out of fear, that were signed out of the illusion of fear, scarcity, and lack. And that you've whole new chapter, a whole new karmic path, a whole new karmic cycle is beginning, okay? Holy Sister of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. This is what you're stepping into. This is what this high frequency holds. You're going to be the student, the teacher. You're leading. You're unlocking. I just heard your own magic, but wisdom, okay? And it's what you've wrapped up. It's old soul contracts that you have let go of, that you clear, canceled, and released them. And Spirit is saying, yes, you can clear, cancel, and release those. And you did that. You freaking did that, okay? I just want to see what angels are working with us on this. what angels are working with us besides Metatron, because I feel like this card, this alignment card is, I can see Metatron's cube in it. So I'm just going to shuffle it a few more times, and then I'm going to split the deck. All right. Archangel Azrael, transcendence. It's through this stretching. It's through this stretching that you are transcending. Beautiful soul, you have shifted so many timelines, but now you are in a way higher frequency. I mean, you can't even make this up. Look at all this. This is where your frequency is at. It is filled with nothing but gold, abundance, and prosperity, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Okay? Spirit, the card says you wouldn't be who you are with what you have overcome. Own your story. And it's through this stretching phase. It's through this stretching phase. You had to be stretched to gain the clarity, to understand who you truly are and what lies within you, but what you're deserving of creating and receiving. All right? Holy freaking cannolis, Archangel Jeremiel. Personal responsibility. You did the work. Spirit is saying when you went inward and worked on that solar plexus, you took accountability for your own actions. And that played a very pivotal role in releasing what doesn't serve you. That played a very pivotal role in your healing of the wounds of the love and the money and calling back the power of your voice. Holy frickin' cannolis. Okay? So I just want to see what angel numbers. Holy cannolis. All right. So we got two cards here. 1010, growth. It's through this stretching that you have created massive reset for new breakthroughs. I'm telling you what, beautiful soul, you cannot make this up. Look at this. This is what 1010, this is what your growth is bringing in. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, material, wealth, and prosperity. Okay? And then we have 1616. You can't make this up. This is a validation. Willpower. 1616, you whatever you did with that solar plexus, you've created breakthroughs. You created security and stability. You took back your willpower. You took back your inner strength. And because of that, look what you're grounded in. Buckle up, my beautiful friends, because things are unfolding beautifully. Know that even in moments where it feels like you're being stretched, you're being pulled, Spirit is saying, you got this. You got this. You were always meant to receive big and create big. And that is what is happening right now for you. So know that when you see the sign of a Charleston shoe and a cowlick, that you are being stretched into abundance and prosperity of all size, shapes, forms, and matter. If you're ready to step in to the sweet energy, hit the heart, hit the like, type in Archangel Jeremiel, Archangel Azrael, put number 1010 or the number 1616. So until we meet again, my beautiful friends, love, light, and many, many blessings.